And now, another episode of Damazi Theater.
Is that your car making that sound?
That is my car, Brian.
I thought you just paid a crap load of money to get this thing fixed.
I did. I paid $1,000 for rotors and brake pedals.
Clearly it's not enough because now we're stuck on the side of the road.
Well, it's not the pedals, it's the engine.
I told you I
Clearly
actually drove.
Your car has 135,000 miles on it. Mine has 110,000. Clearly, I had the better car still.
How are we going to take your car to the East Coast if we have to?
Well, we're not making it. We don't have to go to the East Coast, Brian. We know we're going to stay at the West Coast.
That's right. Because we're
in the playoffs.
We are in the playoffs. But now we're kind of screwed because we're stuck in the middle of nowhere and it's pitch black. Where the hell are we?
I don't know. Should we ask Siri?
Yeah.
Siri, take us to the playoffs.
I'm sorry. The Wi-Fi is down.
Apples are pieces of crap. Siri. Siri, answer me. Where are we, Siri?
I'm sorry. The Wi-Fi is down.
Once again, this is bullshit. I hate phones. This is why I hate technology. That's why I threw my Fitbit away. And I'm glad I don't have one of those cards that have a touch tone screen or whatever they are, and all those other bizzle goozum gazzles.
I know, and I should have been like, you know what, let's just have a couple beers in my house. No, you're like, no, let's go to the bar and celebrate the playoffs, just because Justin and Craig didn't make it, we gotta rub it in their faces. Now we're screwed.
I did want to boast. I definitely did. No playoffs, man.
No playoffs, man.
I mean, nobody got to sing that this year. Maybe later on. But Brian, it's very dark outside. I see the full moon.
It just got this creepy vibe, this creepy, eerie feeling going right now.
So do I.
I swear I heard a woman scream.
Don't open the trunk. There's nothing in the trunk, Brian. How about we get out of the car? Let's start walking.
All right.
And ignore the thumping in the trunk.
Fine. I mean, do you have any idea where we are? I swear I heard somebody scream.
We definitely need to get out of the car. Just ignore everything, Brian. Okay. I have no idea where we're at. It's best that we leave the car behind.
All right, let's go through the iron gate.
Let's go through the iron gate here. I think I see a light over there. Maybe that will take us somewhere.
All right, let's walk over there.
Okay.
I think we are in a graveyard.
Does this happen to us every year?
I feel like it does. I mean, you're always the one that breaks down.
I need to get a new mechanic.
But look, that headstone, that tombstone is actually glowing. That is really freaking me out right now.
That headstone is glowing.
All right, I have to see it.
You have to go up to it. You have to read it.
I'm a little freaked out, but I have to see it, okay? What does it say?
It says, well, first of all, it has a carving of a gun that looks like the same gun from Nintendo.
Oh,
and it says Duck Hunt on it. And it says, was that a kid?
I think it was, dude.
Literally, that was a kid. That is not in my trunk, Brian.
Okay.
That one I'm worried about. The other two, they deserve it.
And at the very top, it also says Darkwing Jet.
It does. It says Darkwing Jet.
You realize where we are?
I think I do, Brian. Are we in the fantasy football graveyard?
We are in the Tonto's Demise graveyard.
Again! Man, this place just creeps up on us.
But you know what's the greatst thing?
You're not in it this time?
Yeah, that's right. Neither are you.
That's true, I forgot.
You didn't make playoffs last year.
I did not. Injuries.
Alright, well, what's on his gravestone?
It says Duck Hunt.
What does that mean?
It means that he was hunted for injuries. He was shot. His players were shot.
Ah, look out, here they come. Who is that?
Oh my god, it's the ghost of Adrian Peterson. And his
wait, is that why the little kids were screaming?
Oh, so wrong. Even caught me off guard with that one, Brian. You should never say that in a graveyard. You might curse yourself again.
Look out, here comes another ghost.
It's C.J. Anderson.
And he's laughing. He said, "I got you again, Jut. I came and haunted you last year, and you kept me again.
You fool!" Oh, there's another one coming out, Brian.
Oh, this ghost, he's on a cart.
Looks like a terrorist.
Oh, he does.
It's Keenan Allen. And he says, "Why, Brian? Why? Justin, why do you do it to me? 2 years in a row."
Oh, man. Rest in peace, Jet. Rest in peace. Let's keep moving.
Just get away. Yeah, Justin. He's got to be the other one in this stupid graveyard.
Yeah.
Let's walk a little faster.
All right. Well, this tombstone.
It's another one glowing.
Yeah, it's glowing.
This one has a Incredible Hulk nightlight on it.
It does. And I see it's engraved with some waves, like waves,
like the ocean.
They're crashing on a beach. What's that way in the background there?
Looks like a house, like a beach house.
Yeah, it looks like it just says there's a for sale sign that says sold on it. Oh, you know. Oh, and there's a woman there too. That must be Jimmy's wife.
She's crying.
She's
crying for his fantasy football team's life.
Oh man, she's crying because he'll never get to use his beach house for a draft.
I'm crying too.
Me too.
I wanted to go so bad.
Oh man.
Brian, look out! Look out! There's a ghost! Whoa! It's the ghost of Alshon Jeffrey.
Oh man.
Drugs. Joe, he's got needles in his arms and he's popping pills like you wouldn't believe, but he looks like he's roided out.
Ah, here comes another one.
Oh my God! It's. Also, Jeffrey just tried to throw a football to him. He couldn't catch it. It's Torrey Smith, the lost receiver. Nobody knew he still existed, but yet he was picked in something like the 5th round. Oh, Jimmy! Oh,
there's one more ghost
it's
coming.
A white guy. He's scrappy.
He's a big guy.
It's Kobe Fleener.
Oh man!
Oh.
And he's saying, "Why did you pick me? Why did you believe the hype?"
You took Fleener, but he took you to the cleaner. Jimmy, your season's over.
And they're all saying, all you had to do was win one game in the last 4 weeks. Oh man, that is cruel.
That is terrible. Well, you always have that Incredible Hulk nightlight.
I think he sculpted it too.
Probably did.
Well done.
Well, I mean, you can't sculpt it from the grave. There's one right next to him.
Yeah.
That says the same name.
Yeah. Same surname.
J. Huber. But it's carved. Oh, look at this.
Oh, that's a beautiful.
It's a powder blue carving in the stone of a Rivers jersey.
Oh man.
He basically guaranteed his death by keeping or losing the jersey in his house somewhere. It was a suicide season.
It was. He was buried before he made his first pick. Oh man.
Did you hear that? That was his first pick. That was Brandon Marshall saying, "God, why do I have Bryce Petty as my quarterback? Damn it!" And Ryan Fitzpatrick and Geno Smith. Next thing you're gonna throw Christian Hackenberg at me. Gosh, Brandon Marshall.
Here comes another ghost.
Oh,
it's a hamster.
It's a hamster. Muscle hamster.
Muscular hamster.
It's Doug Martin, the little guy. He was gone for 10 weeks or something.
Why?
He played like maybe a series.
He's holding a sign that says, "Why would you draft me if you knew I was never going to play?"
Poor guy. Oh, look at this one. Who is this guy?
I don't know.
It's John Brown? Mr. John Brown. He's holding an ice pack on his head. He was concussed all year.
Oh, he's like, "Why would you take me so early? I'm the third receiving option."
With a 36-year-old quarterback that can't even throw.
With David Johnson in the backfield.
You fool! That's what he's saying. Oh, to the Huber brothers.
Oh, and I just realized that Jimmy just rolled over his grave because he realized the main reason he lost is because he never actually received the Phillip Rivers jersey. Had Jay just given it to him, he would have made the playoffs.
I think he punched him through the grave.
He did.
We were very cheap. We don't have much room for these coffins.
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's go. Turn the corner.
Okay, turn it.
We go to the tree. That was a family plot. What was that?
Is that an owl?
I don't think that was an owl.
I think I know what that is.
I think somebody just stole my car. I think somebody just crashed my car.
That was Jimmy the Wolf right there.
Jimmy the Wolf stole and crashed my car. We're not getting out. We'll be lucky to get out of here. Somebody won't get out of here after this weekend.
I know. Is it possible that it was Venus talking?
It could very well. Venus talking takes a lot of stuff. When you're looking, he's like a leprechaun.
But you know what? It is his grave.
Do you hear music?
I do.
like a real tiny, thin, like, oh, that's his grave. And it's a tiny grasshopper wearing a chef. No, sorry, it's a grasshopper wearing a chef hat, playing a violin.
That's a beautiful graving on there.
It is, but it's also got like a little MP3 player on the back that's playing. I saw it. I thought the grasshopper was real. But somebody paid. Must have been his beautiful wife Mallory. Paid to put the MP3 player on the back. Wait, wait.
Of the tombstone?
Yeah, the back of the tombstone is motion detected, so it plays when somebody walks by.
What's it playing?
It's playing. I don't know what it's playing.
Kiss from a Rose?
Kiss from a Rose? By Seal?
Oh my god!
Oh, I thought it would be playing something from Rent, like I know it's playing. It's playing. Will you light my candle? Oh, that's what it's playing, Brian. And also, he's thinking about the next time the next season, which is 525,600 minutes till next year.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Here comes a ghost.
It's a ghost! Oh my gosh! Oh, look at it! It's Danny Woodhead, or is it that one guy from The Walking Dead?
I can't tell.
Pretty sure it's The Walking. No, it's gotta be Danny Woodhead. Okay, all right.
Oh, and he's saying, "Dylan, you could have had me in the 14th round."
Sorry, Danny. I know your season would have went a lot better, but I had to let go of you. There's not enough room for the scrappy white guys on my team. Jordy was the other one.
And who's the next guy?
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
This is really weird because he's not really on his roster.
No, it's got a throbbing toe though. That's none other than Julio Jones. He's saying you. Oh,
that was Julio.
That was Julio. I think he stubbed his toe. He's saying you shouldn't have traded me, being you fool, you moron.
Craig would have never done that.
I had a couple tough games, but I've been better the whole season. But you gave me away for pennies on the dollar. Jordan Matthews, Emmanuel Sanders. You're a moron. I'm gonna break that violin over your tiny little cricket's head.
That is really cold. And it's on. It looks like he's holding a sign. He's like, "Oh, that's why I scored 300 yards against you."
That is, yep. Yeah, very sad. Right after you traded me. I want to say, damn you, Julio Jones! I had to play you 3 times. There's another ghost. Oh, it's Gary Barnage.
Gary Barnage.
And he's just saying, Kevin Bain, you moron. If I wasn't on your team, I would have caught every ball thrown my way and no quarterbacks would have been hurt.
And that's why I scored 1 touchdown, my only touchdown with Brian when he picked me up. Man, that's cool.
You shouldn't make this about yourself, Brian.
Alright, man, let's get out of here. Let's move on.
Alright, yeah. Oh, there's another gravestone. We're getting towards that edge. There's the other gate over there. The Demise courtyard, yeah, that's graveyard. Demise graveyard. I couldn't see. It was dark outside. I lost my glasses.
And wait, why? How did they afford to have a disco ball spinning above the tombstone? That's incredible.
It's hanging off the tree, right? Somehow this guy got the plot right below the tree.
There's
a disco ball hanging.
That's amazing.
I mean, this guy is rich. It's none other than the disco, and the tombstone where the grave is, where the grass is actually changing squares of color, like from Saturday Night Fever.
That's amazing. What does it say at the very top of there? Danced.
Says here lies Brandon Bigler, aka Disco, who died from dancing to death. Ooh. Ugh. Terrible way to go, but is it a terrible way to go? I don't know. I think I'd rather dance to death. Oh, what is with that kid?
That kid is screaming again.
Ugh. Is that the kid that died from being on the escalator?
It might be. There's a beautiful carving of.
That is beautiful. It's a carving of a bag of weed.
That's the same weed that Gags gave to him on draft day.
Gags must have paid to have that engraved on the tombstone because him and Bigler had a special thing on the side.
They did. And he must have laced that weed on draft day just so he would trade with them 3 times and not make playoffs.
Bigler has been tripping since September 5th. Now he didn't know until he died.
That explains a lot. And look, somebody did a tribute. Did you do this?
I didn't do it.
There's an iPad, and it looks like
I waste money on an iPad.
And they've left it there, and it's repeating the beautiful video that Bigler did to Everybody Hurts.
That was a great video on a loop. He encompassed everybody's feelings of what it's like to go through one weekend of fantasy football together.
That was a work of art.
That was. I laughed, cried, and laughed again.
I know. And wow, now we know he was tripping the entire time.
He was. He's tripping billies.
All right. Well, whoa! Look out for that ghost.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's weird. It's Easy E.
But
it's not
running back.
It's the rapper.
It's actually Easy E.
It's Easy E. He's saying, "You didn't give me that nut. Disco. Disco's dead." That's what he's saying. He said, "Disco's dead, bitch."
I think what he's trying to say is, why would you trade away the sexiest player in the draft?
I think so. As he's leaving. He said, "Bye, Felicia."
All right.
Oh, that's
another ghost. Oh, couldn't be any further from Easy E. It's Brock Osweiler. What are you doing here?
What are you doing?
I thought you were on Josh's team.
I am on Josh's team, but I'm the ghost of Disco because I had to throw the ball to DeAndre Hopkins, and I can't throw it further than 5 yards.
And trust me, I would have crushed anyone's season.
Poor Disco, he was dead before he even took one step out there on that floor.
Oh no, there's one last ghost.
Oh, he's coming. He's doing the Superman thing. He's got a cape and everything. It's Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Oh, the third round.
Yeah, and he's wagging his finger and he's saying, "Not sexy, not sexy."
Not this year, you fool. You took a running quarterback in a passing quarterback league. How dumb are you? We gotta get out of this freaking graveyard.
Let's get out of here. I think we're
All
done.
right, run. We gotta run. Oh, Brian, you tripped.
I tripped.
You tripped over. What is that?
It's another gravestone.
It's one tombstone right by the gate.
But it's like the kind where like they didn't even pay to have a tall one. It's like just built into the ground.
It's just a square. It's a
just
stump.
A slab.
It's like nobody cares for this person. There's no family. So it barely can read. I think it looks like it's from the 1800s, but it's brand new. No, it said Craig Kubisic, the Springfield Isotopes.
Oh man! And look at the top
And then
there.
oh wait, the parentheses underneath it says most unoriginal name ever.
And then in really big bold letters it has Dynasty spelled out, but then it's crossed out because I guess that means there'll never be a dynasty.
Some little punk, maybe the age of like 37 years old, with a bald head and a backwards hat, spray painted. Oh, he X'd out the dynasty, and he spray painted on it, "Die Nasty."
Oh,
brutal.
Yeah, brutal. He did Dynasty.
Those kids, you just can't trust those goons.
Oh man, that is harsh.
It's like he brought the the tombstone from the graveyard by the Star Motel in Johnstown. Craig Kubisic. Where you guys used to play tennis ball or ball. You just threw the ball off the freaking tombstones all the time. That's all it was. But anyway.
Whoa, there's a ghost.
There's a ghost. Oh, it's red, yellow, and white. It's Spencer Ware.
He says, "Beware.
Oh,
beware. Don't trade for me.
Where is my team? Where is my blocking? Why am I on your team? You suck.
You should have never traded Jay Ajayi.
You should have let me be where I was. I'd be in the playoffs right now."
Whoa, here comes another ghost.
Oh, he's got some terrible hair. It's Jarvis Landry. He's saying, "Damn you, Jay Ajayi. Ajayi. Damn you, Craig."
Slot receivers are not the only thing that can win championships.
I hate Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, this last ghost. Smoking a huge blunt.
He's moving really slowly.
Really slow.
He's not quite sure where he's at. He just kind of came out and he's looking around.
He looks really confused.
Yeah, he's like, "I thought I was in rehab." What is this?
He's wearing a Browns jersey.
But it's not a Browns jersey. It just doesn't even have a number on it.
Wait, why does he recognize you?
He's looking at it. I know. He says, "You picked me before and you let me go like 3 years ago in like the 8th round, right?" I go, yeah, I did. He's like, "Sorry, man.
But this sad fool took me earlier."
Yeah, he's 4th round. He thought I was going to be something. How do you not know that once a druggie, always a druggie?
And he just turned around and none other than Josh Gordon.
Oh, it's Josh Gordon. The supposed great receiver had one good year. Sorry, Craig. Looks like all these gamblers that you took on your team just aren't going to pay out.
But
you can't hear me because you're dead. Wait.
Hey, Dally, don't piss on his grave.
I'm not. I'm pulling my pants down to shit on his grave. That's what I'm doing.
All right, I'm going to go over here. I'll get you some leaves.
Yes. No, I'm just going to wipe it with the grass that's in his grave. I shit on you, Craig. I shit on you in your season. And your crappy stats. And I also shit on you not thinking that the first 3 years of the fantasy football leagues were even worth caring about, or I didn't pay attention. Well, I'm paying attention to your grave now, you piece of shit. How you like me now, Craig? Ooh-wee!
Let's get out of here, man.
I know, this place is making me doing bad things. It's possessing me.
Whoa. There's one more gravestone over there. It looks like... Oh. Let's go. I swear I saw your face carved on it. We better get out of here.
Son of a bitch.
We better get out of here.
You brought me here. You're trying to trick me.
That's the future.
There's no future.
That's the future of Tonto's Demise future.
Never.
Welcome to the Tonto's Demise podcast for a Wildcard Weekend. I'm Detonators, Tonto Bowl 6 champ.
And I'm Detling, Tonto Bowl 1 and 3 champion.
And this is a lot different than last year. It feels really good. I mean, last year we were talking about purgatory. We were both dead. And we just had to basically talk about the playoffs, but we knew we weren't in them. And
very disappointing. I was very sad.
Yeah. But
I didn't want to do the shows.
I can't tell you how excited I am just to be here. You know, I'm still alive.
I'm excited to be back.
Yeah.
I have a 1 year hiatus, I believe.
Yep.
And it's a little tense in this room, Brian.
I think it is very, very tense. I mean, I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
Maybe we'll figure it out later.
Apparently, the little Asian masseuse that I paid is not going to come. I gave that woman $30, and she's
heyo. But yeah, it's a little strange that we're going to be facing off. We're sitting a little too close for comfort.
Not the outcome that I wanted. I did not want to play you in the playoffs.
I was gonna say, you look really down. You've got the bye week blues.
It feels like the bye week blues, but it's the bad matchup blues.
Bad matchup blues. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, we're holding on for 1 second here while we think about Nola and the handoff. She's gripping. She's like Tarzan, swinging from the vines of a hoodie.
She's here, so I specifically wanted her to join this podcast because...
You were trying to throw shade at me any way you can. You're like, oh, I have to win. Here's my lovely daughter.
That's right, and I was like, Dely's not going to say anything too bad if my daughter's sitting here, or would he? We shall see.
Are you testing me?
All right, this is a test. This is a moral test.
I cannot... Your morals get them. I cannot say anything bad.
All right, we'll keep it relatively clean, but I'm sure if I cast a stone, you'll throw 10 more back at me.
I've got ammo.
You're like, I'm locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded, baby. I got a potato gun.
But yeah, like I said, I'm just excited to be here, and I know that this is the last place you wanted to be.
Won that bye week, actually. Yeah. Justin, thanks a lot. Schmuck.
Why, Justin?
Because Justin beat me last week.
Oh, right.
Kept me out of the bye week.
Yeah.
So I'm the one that has to earn my way into the championship, unlike those other jerks, Jimmy Crick and Gags.
I kind of like how it's set up, though. Even though the West Coast has 4 teams, East Coast got 2. You know, they're guaranteed spots into the semifinals, and
sure, so
it's going to be 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Yeah. So
you don't want to go to the East Coast, do you, Nola? No, nobody wants to go there.
So
it's terrible.
And it's also fitting because the top 2 teams, I believe, with the best squads overall, are from the East Coast. I'm just going to say it. And so we're going to have 4 against...
I disagree.
Of course you do. But it doesn't matter whose lineup you have. It's anybody's game. It's anybody's title, and the fight for Tonto Bowl 14 starts right now. Actually, it's already started.
It is started. I don't want to look at the stats. I also think if I make it into week 15 and 16, I have it locked up, and I can beat these fools.
This is the only week you have to really worry about.
Yes, we've all listened. Not all of us. Let's be honest. Some of us have listened to Craig talk about my team, and
all I'd say is preach.
Yeah, Craig. Well, we're not even on unfinished business. No. That should get. We'll talk about unfinished business. Now. You want to do unfinished business?
Yeah, ready?
Unfinished business. Right now.
Step right up.
Step up on your soapbox, eh? Beautiful day out here, isn't it?
What accent is that? Is that
It's a Cockney. Cockney and
mixed with like Australian or?
sure, little Scottish and Scottish Cockney. Sounds like a breakfast you'd buy at Eaton Park on a bad day. I'll have the Scottish Cockney with a side of breakfast smile.
You're drunk, aren't you?
Maybe it's the best way to get through life. Anyways,
You want to start off or you want me to?
I'll start off with my unfinished business. Let me have a drink here. Hold on a second. It's good stuff. My first unfinished business goes to Craig. Craig, I didn't listen to all your video. Although one thing I was very entertained by the picture that you had up.
That was good.
I mean, if there isn't a picture of a better representation of two pedophiles, I don't know what there is. Because Brian looked a little psychotic.
You know where that's from?
That wasn't like Josh's daughter's birthday party or something.
I believe that was from Josh's birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese.
It was Josh's birthday?
Josh had never been to Chuck E. Cheese, so we surprised him and took him to Chuck E. Cheese. And we were driving there, and he was following us. And apparently he said, "Are we going to Chuck E. Cheese?" Like he actually got excited about going to Chuck E. Cheese because he'd never been there.
Wow.
So, but you know what? That is the best picture you could find because we look so excited. And that's how
I didn't think it was. I thought it was like a little psychotic. Like
Yeah.
you had like your wet hair, your circular glasses, short hair with a beard, and like your face. It did not look like, I don't know. It looked like I would. If I had a kid there, I would have escorted them away from you. And Josh would look like he was very happy to like see like a sixth grader or something like that in the place. I don't know. It looked very weird to me. I thought it was a great photo.
But it still captures.
But for the wrong
emotion.
reasons.
It captures the emotion of like being excited to being in the playoffs.
I mean, same as a pedophile? Like they think what?
You're the one saying pedophile, not us.
I'm just saying that you guys look like a couple pedophiles there. It's kind of weird.
All right, whatever. We didn't go to.
Not that I know a pedophile. Oh, whoa. You just insulted Josh too, and Jimmy Crick.
That's true.
You
And Jay.
and Jay. Now he's part of the family.
I don't really mean it. I just cheap. It was a cheap shot.
That was a cheap shot. Do you think I take every chance I can to talk about lesbians at Lockhaven?
You do.
Ugly lesbians?
Like this one?
Like what? Did you just call your daughter an ugly lesbian?
No, I mean like this opportunity.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what's wrong with you?
Listen to him. Don't you listen to that?
Nola, you are beautiful. Don't you listen to him.
Don't you listen?
Don't you listen to your father. You are beautiful. No. Nola's great. Anyways, back to the unfinished business. Brian got me distracted.
It was Craig.
With Craig. Yeah, it was Craig. You called out the difficulty of the original league. You said, I didn't really pay attention to it, blah, blah, blah. I was in the playoffs, 4-8-1 record. I didn't really take it too seriously. And it wasn't that competitive or anything like that. That's what you guys...
He must have said I didn't take it seriously at least 10 times.
I take offense to that. Okay, maybe if you didn't take it seriously, here's the thing. Here's why the league was more difficult than it is now with the 12 players. I'm not denying that this league is difficult, but it's for other reasons. The league with the 8 players was more difficult because you could suck at your draft and you could still end up with a powerful team because you only had 8 players, 8 people to draft.
6 playoff spots.
Yeah, 6 playoff spots. So you could still come out with a mega team. And I know we say like any day, any given Sunday, blah, 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 with our teams now. But back then, man, listen, I had LT, Tiki Barber, and Edgar and James on my team. I don't remember anybody else. I know one year I had Joe Horn scored 4 touchdowns. It was beautiful. But
Brandon Jacobs, 4 touchdowns.
Brandon Jacobs 4. That was different. That was before, after the 8. But I'm saying that league was difficult, and I think I demand that you give that league respect, and you respect my championships. Because I had 2 out of 3. You had 1, so you should also respect it. Because you're also calling out that your first championship wasn't that good. Because, you didn't pay attention. Nobody paid attention. So your championship must not register on the difficulty scale or whatever you want to call it. So, fuck you, Craig, about that. And I don't particularly like you right now. I'm glad you're not in the playoffs. And as far as difficulties, don't you remember when your grandma had that breakfast for the high school football team at your house for the draft? I don't know if you remember that. We had eggs, bacon, donuts.
A plate of bacon.
Like a plate of bacon, like 7 carafes of orange juice. I didn't pay. I must not have been paying attention because I didn't draft John. I didn't have a quarterback or a defense until like the last 2 rounds of the draft. I literally was going to the bathroom and had to shout out John Kitna from the bathroom.
Was that at his place?
That was at his grandma's place. Okay. Yeah. So you're not the only one that wasn't paying attention, bub. So shut up.
Are you bragging about not paying attention?
I am bragging about it. I still got John Kitna. That was a great draft pick.
Yeah, that was.
And so that's the problem. I hate when Craig says stuff like that. It wasn't that difficult. I wasn't paying attention. Like, I don't care.
That's right.
Who cares? It's fantasy football. One point or another, we're all going to pay attention. We're all not going to pay attention. Stop making excuses. Man up. And here, Brian's going to... I'm tired.
I'm going to add on to that. The only thing that would have been a little bit difficult about that league is that when you have a loaded lineup, like in my Dynasty League, I have about 6 all-star receivers. And it's like you don't know who to play. It's easier to make a mistake. It's like Kevin Bean's worst nightmare. Who do you actually start? So I'll give you that, Delling. When you have a stacked lineup, you don't know who to start. But, Craig's got somewhat of a point. We maybe didn't really take it as serious. Like maybe it wasn't quite as competitive. It wasn't as cutthroat. We didn't have a podcast. We didn't have a review. So I think people are a little bit more into it, but I did take it seriously. I was stoked every week. Yeah, I was.
Me too.
So I was into it. But I think it's just on another level now. But anyways, Craig, I have a little beef with you too. Not a lot because I loved your prediction. I loved your analysis. I do have great matchups. Delling doesn't. And for that reason, I think I am going to make it into week 15. But Craig, you do the preview. And we do the preview, you do the review. So stay off our territory, okay? Even though you did predict me to be the winner. It's like, what the F, man? That's our show. That's our stick, okay? It's our bread and butter. We'll sue you.
Yeah,
we will sue you.
Back off, brother.
Let's see. Do I have anything else for Craig? Not really. Other than the fact that, Craig, he just ripped you a new one. I think it felt like he was attacking you, and I don't even know why.
I guess I'm his rivalry. I'm his enemy for some reason because I'm one of the originals.
Yeah, maybe he's afraid that you're going to get your 3rd championship and get one closer to him. So that's possible.
He also might be afraid that I figured out his methods because he knew that I knew that if he made it to the playoffs, he's all going to be depending on Jameis Winston.
It's true, which he did point out. Mm-hmm. Did you hear that part?
I did not hear that point.
He talked about how like Tampa Bay and anybody from Tampa Bay or New Orleans are the guys you want because they play each other in week 14 and 16.
Yeah.
And, the only one that really has anybody worth of a value is in this league that is playing still is Mike Evans.
We're not out of matchup, Brian, but I'm definitely afraid of Mike Evans.
Yeah.
So are you done with Craig?
Yeah.
Okay. My next bit of unfinished business is, it's not really unfinished business. I just forgot. It was more of a shout out. Forgot to shout it out last week. I wanted to shout out to Jay to let him know, and we talked about it, how his Bose link, what's this thing called?
Yeah, sound link.
The Bose sound link that he has is better than yours.
Isn't it the same thing?
It's newer.
Oh, really?
It's beautiful. It's like a black casing, and it just looks way better, and it sounds a lot better too. I loved it. I was like, man, this is pretty crazy. And he said that how he got it from his company. I forget, but it was a big pharma company. They gave it to him. I don't know. How'd you get yours again?
I worked for it. All right.
You worked for it, and Jay just got it for free. It was like handed to him.
I did some weird studies at CME. All right.
Oh, that's right. I did. I forgot about the weird studies.
I thought you were joking about it.
Brian was like a lab rat.
I was a lab rat.
Yes,
and I fought a Bose speaker. I learned how to speak German.
He stared at like a pond for like 7 days or an hour or something like that. It was weird. He had like electrodes attached to him. Something with a Coke can. I can't remember all these things that he told me. He wanted me to get in, and I was like, I can't do it. I just don't have the time. So, but yeah. So that was my one. Okay, hold on 1 second.
All right, this next piece of technically finished business goes out to Bean and Jimmy. And I just have to say that I do feel frustrated for you that, you finished the season, Jimmy with 4 losses, Bean with 3 losses. Beans you could kind of see coming. He's playing the top 3 teams, but it's still tough to lose 3 in a row.
It is.
And I can't imagine the level of frustration. It's easier to start the season 0-3, that's actually where Josh started, than it is to finish the season with like 3 losses in a row and not make the playoffs. So I'm not going to sit here and brag and say like I have the best team in the world. I just happen to be the best of the worst, and I really didn't think this would happen. It required me to win 3 games in a row, and it required Bean to lose 3 and Jimmy to lose 4 just for me to make it in. And whenever I got my 7th loss, I didn't think there was a chance in hell that I'd be here, but I am. And hey, I'll represent those 6 and 7 teams as best I can.
And also, just to put you on notice, Kevin Bean, the entry fee is $40. I think plus an extra $5 or something this year for some whatever reason.
40 American dollars.
40 American. So we give you a chance now. We're telling you, save a quarter a week, and I think. By your estimates, we could definitely get $40. Probably not, actually, now that I think of it. Save $1 a week, so you could have money enough for the league and some money to drink a beer at the draft.
That's right.
So good luck, and if you have to, hide some money from Mallory. And there's cold brew cans. And this next bit of unfinished business has nothing to do with our league. I just wanted to bring this story out. So. Penn State beat Wisconsin in the Big Ten championship, and of course, that's a great thing. We're going to the Rose Bowl, and I see I can see Jimmy and Josh nodding, or Jim and Josh nodding their heads like yes. Jay as well, part of the Penn State family. I believe Jim even has booked 5 nights in Pasadena, or wherever the Rose Bowl is. Yeah. Him and Sally are going, which is awesome. Way to support our team. I don't know how you have the money for that. I don't have the money for that. Or I'm not willing to spend it. But anyway, my point is, so my manager, an old manager from another workplace, got me into a college football Facebook group or something. I reluctantly agreed. And so this one guy, people started arguing about Penn State Pitt and about how Penn State should never go. They're not even going to be in the playoffs. They suck. They didn't do anything this year. They only beat Ohio State, and it was a lucky blocked field goal. And so as a Pitt fan, and I interjected. I should have never even opened my big mouth. I said, if it's a lucky field goal, is it lucky when the faster guy runs around the slower guy and blocks it, or is it lucky when the 6'8" guy with a 7'7" wingspan puts his mid up there and blocks the field goal? I said, it's not lucky, it's just life. And I said, luck is luck, luck is life. I said, was it lucky that you just woke up today? I said, no, man, it's part of life. And then the guy went on to say, and so I wish I would have had some backup here. We went on to talk about how, shut up, you're just some guy for Penn State who diddles little boys, and just started talking trash about us and about Penn State as a community or about as a college, and talking about how these all diddle little boys. And I wish I would have had Josh and Jim there to back me up. But we went on. I started trying to be reasonable with the guy and talk statistics and say, listen, Penn State had their program. They got punished. It's not about I'm not trying to talk about that would happen. I'm just trying to talk about college football, and he wouldn't let it go. And then he started saying about how Pitt was so great, and we beat you once. We beat you once into this year, and we're the number 1 college in Northeast, and you're number 2, so we kicked your ass twice. And I said, well, whatever you got. I was kept asking for links. He said that they were funneling the money from the second mile to the students, and to pay off the football players. And the point is, the guy just kept throwing all these allegations at me, and every time I asked for a link or anything, any sources, he wouldn't say. He just called me a nitwit jackass, and got me really riled up. I was really getting mad, and I can debate or argue with other people, but I will respect when you come back with something else that proves me wrong. But when you can't come back with sources or anything, so I even told him, I was you can't say that about Pitt and Penn State as far as the number 1, number 2. It's like having a sample size of 5,000 right next to a sample size of 500. I was it just doesn't work. And but there was other Pitt people that were ganging up on me, and then so he basically called me an enabler, and I was just that one really set me off. And I'm tired about people saying about the little kids and stuff like that, because they're victims that you're bringing it back out, and that's what everybody goes to when you talk about Penn State. They're when somebody playing blackjack, they get a backdoor blackjack and they call it a Sandusky, which is just wrong. And then and I heard it the first day it happened. And then also what else? Besides calling me a neighbor, I can't even remember. But I was really pissed off. But I was the bigger man. I left the group because you're not gonna win. This is my first experience with what a troll is, when they're trolling the internet.
And what did you say you were gonna do to him?
Yes, after saying I'm gonna be the bigger man,
I know.
I'm gonna call. I'm gonna wait. I said, hey, I'll just wait till next year. And when Penn State beats Pitt in Penn State, I'm going to find the guy's house and spray paint. This guy's a Pitt fan, by the way. I'm gonna spray paint "We Are" on the side of his house, really big. And then say, fuck you, Lance Merkel. So, Josh, Jim, the man's name is Lance Merkel. If you're with me, I'd appreciate it. We might get arrested. We might not. Or it could be just like when we were kids again, doing something like throwing corn at a door and running, but in a more illegal way. So I need my help. I need my helpers. I could use some backup here. I just really want to punch this guy in the face.
You know what I would love if we later find out, like 10 years down the road, that it was Craig Kubisic behind that name the entire time. Just to mess with
Craig
you.
would pick a name like Lance Merkel. It just sounds like a bad name. But I left the group. And it's my first, I can't do it. I just can't handle trolls.
That's smart.
So-
Because they just want to reel you in and pick you apart. Yeah.
Yeah, you really get worked up. I had read these things before, but I never really got involved.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, wow. I don't even know what to say, but it's just pretty crazy. So that was my piece of unfinished. That's my last piece. It's unfinished business, but with nobody in the league.
All right. My last piece of unfinished business is technically between us and
Figures.
of course. And what are we going to do now that we have to drive these Jag-offs across the state? I mean, that's some clearly unfinished business.
I vote that we get a Mazda Miata
Ooh.
and make Craig sit
Yes.
and make it a stick shift.
I love it.
Craig
I
sit in the
love it.
middle between us, and Justin has to sit in the trunk.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we'll take them there.
We'll take him there. Not going to tell you how you're getting there.
That's right.
But you're going to do somehow, some way. And whatever Craig said something about buying food, there was nothing about buying food.
There was.
What?
Wawa's.
Fuck.
We did. We did say Wawa.
Damn it.
And then the radio.
One sandwich.
The radio, we're going to have some crappy radio that only plays AM stations. So that might backfire on us, but...
I mean, Justin, if wants to play Lake Wobegon, I'll listen to that the whole way.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, Lake Wobegon.
I like the idea of having Craig sit in the middle,
Yeah.
on the stick, pretty much. So if you want to shift, you have to actually move Craig.
And if you really want to take him off, you can just slam the shift into his balls.
That would be a great trip to the beach.
That would be a great trip to the beach. Yes, it would be.
But I wanted to bring something up to you and see what you think. It's a secondary challenge.
Secondary challenge.
I think it's only fair that we split the bill.
Right.
And but I thought if you want to, we can say whoever loses this matchup has to actually take their car. Now we'll split gas and we can split driving duties because you can drive my car. I don't mind. But I thought we clearly have this thing about mileage and
We do.
And I would love to gain some mileage and be sitting there shotgun and watching your odometer go up one by one. So, do you accept the challenge? Loser has to take their car, but we still split the bill.
Oh man. Despite my bad matchups and
Wow.
the fact of people picking me to lose already without even I honestly at this point in the podcast do not know the score
I don't either.
or stats of the Kansas City Oakland Raider game. I will take that challenge. And just to let you know, I'm already driving my car with a check engine light on. So be careful what you wish for.
All right, and if your car's broken down, we'll take Doug's.
Oh, you would love to take my dad's car.
What's he driving?
He drives a BMW X5.
That's right.
There's a lot of room in that car.
Maybe we can get that van back.
Get the van back?
Yeah. The one that had over 300,000 miles.
The 1986 Dodge Caravan with no seats.
Oh, that would be great.
There's two seats. The driver and passenger, Justin and Craig, got to drive in the back. Just roll around. And it was described by Mike Allison like driving on a car with blocks of wood for wheels. So I'm sure we can find it in some junkyard.
That's awesome. Well, then it's set, sir. There's a little bit more riding on this, pun intended.
Oh, boy. You are breaking them out tonight. All right. Well, that ends our thing of unfinished business, correct?
I think so.
All right. Moving right along.
Let's see if we got any messages here on the machine. Here we go. Beep.
Hey guys, this is your figurehead commish. I'm in a state of shock with my last few weeks, but anyway, I'm over that. I'm just bored now because all the commissioner does in our league is collect money and send out checks. And to tell you the truth, I need something else to do because it's really not fun. So yeah, guys, I need ideas. And I figured the only way you guys will actually get back to me, because I'll listen to the podcast. So I need ideas to make our league even better. I need ideas to make the last 3 weeks actually worth paying attention to for the guys who didn't make the playoffs. So I'm coming up with some ideas for that. But yeah, if I am going to still be the commish, I'd really like to make our league a little bit better than even it is right now, which is pretty good. So yeah, guys, please throw out ideas. Send them to my email, circus, SIRKUSS @hotmail.com, or give me a text or whatever. But I'm serious. I need some ideas to make our league even better. So yeah, congratulations to the 6 guys that made it to the finals. The only thing I'm really sorry about, besides not making the playoffs, is not beating Craig so that my brother is not 12th place. But next draft, I will be wearing the Phillip Rivers jersey because I should have worn it this year. So that's what I'm going to correct with the fantasy gods. So anyway, I'm going to cut it short. Guys, I'm proud to be your commish, even though I don't really do anything. And I'm looking forward to making it even better. So all previous rivalries are out the window for next year. Yeah, good luck to you guys. I will talk to you soon. All right. Thanks, guys. Good year.
So during the message there, I kind of handed Nola off to Delling because she was crying, then I said, hey, can you hold her for a minute? And then she started smiling, she was jumping.
I was doing so well.
Really well for a solid 2 minutes, probably.
3 minutes.
Yeah. 3 minutes. And then the tears came, and
Hell broke loose.
He took her in the other room while we played the message, and maybe you can hear her in the background. So kudos to Delling for trying to calm her. He was trying to sing to her, make her smile.
That might have helped her go nuts there with the singing. I tried so much. I walked around, jumped her up and down, and patted the back, and I don't know. I don't have kids.
It was a valiant effort, and when it's at the end of the night, there's nothing you can do. End of the night, she's at the end of her rope. She just wants to feed. So
can't help her there.
That's right. Me neither. So that's why I gave her to you. Just kidding. Just kidding. Kind of not. But yeah, so I kind of updated Delling on Jimmy's call, and Jimmy, I have to say, I appreciate that you were able to pull yourself together because, hey, after 4 losses, anybody else might just be like, screw this league, I'm out, I quit, I'll think about it next year. But no, you're actually trying to move the league forward and coming up with new ideas to make it more fun. I mean, it's one of the best leagues, the best league that I'm involved in for sure. But I will say that if you didn't make the top 6, I think it's supposed to hurt a little bit. I think it's supposed to not be fun for the last 3 weeks. You're supposed, and I'm not saying this because I'm in the playoffs, because it's clearly I probably miss the playoffs more than I make them. So that pain, it kind of fuels your hunger to make the playoffs for the next year. So use that and go with it, and also the fear of getting that Rivers jersey. But I guess that's in the regular season, so. I don't know what to say. I think the league is great how it is, but it can always get better.
It can always get better. It can also always get worse. We have every year everybody has like 20 rules they want to change and this and that, and let's trade drafts for draft picks for keepers, and but only in the summer. Let's give this person half a point. Let's give a kicker, if he's left-handed and he kicks a 50-yard field goal, a 6-point bonus. Also, if you have a kicker who's given a roofie to a date or a girl at a bar, give them a 12-point bonus, which is why Brian also is Janikowski. Because as far as we know, he's the only one that has ever done that.
Yes.
But yeah, no, hey, go for it. If you want to try to make the league more fun, that's fantastic.
This is one idea I've always had. I've only mentioned it maybe once before. I've always liked the idea of not really doing like a random lottery draft, but actually seeding it the right way. So if you win the league, you get the 12th pick. And I think it would be really fun for the bottom 6 teams to compete for that 7th spot, for that 7th pick. So if you finish 12th...
Or a tank.
Or
first pick.
No. The only way you'd get the first pick... Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. No. You actually have to win those last 3 weeks to get the first pick. So teams 7 through 12 actually have their own mini playoffs, and if you finish first, you get the first pick. And if you finish 6 out of those last 6 teams, then you actually get the 6th pick. Does that make sense?
Kinda.
And then the people who make the playoffs are going to be 7 through 12, depending upon how they finish. It'd be the reverse. But then we wouldn't have the lottery, which is kind of fun to do too. And
I mean, it helped Craig win championships with the number 2 pick overall every year.
that is true, and you will never let him forget that.
I will not, because he said, "Oh, I'm so good." No, it's because you had Antonio Brown. Then you get like the Julio Jones, the number 2 pick, and I can't believe, did you have Des Bryant that year too? But the point is, you had gold, and then somebody else just slapped another piece of gold in your hand. It definitely helps, and you got guys that are getting 20 to 30 points each.
It does, and
every week.
Yeah, and he'll say that we kind of gave Gags the league this year.
Well, we gave you the league last year.
That's right. But Delling and I are still in it. It's not over. We didn't give Gags anything,
Except for a 99% chance to make the playoffs.
That's true, which came true. But yeah, Jimmy, I'm curious to hear what everybody else has to say as far as making the league better, because we can always make it better. So look forward to hearing from you.
All right.
All right, Delling, let's see if there's any more messages on there. Is it still blinking?
I think there's another call.
All right, let's check it.
Look at rolling beep. It's just
Hello?
hello. It's just dead silence.
That's weird.
Usually Kevin Bean calls in right now.
Yeah, Bean is talking.
Yeah, no Bean is talking.
Bean is dead?
Bean is dead.
Bean is mute?
Bean is deaf, dumb, and mute. Venus is in his kitchen baking pies and crying over his cold brew.
Bean is working.
Bean is working a lot.
But you know what? He always finds a way to call, so I'm a little disappointed. He'd probably, if he was in even an important board meeting, he'd be like, "Oh, hold on, I have to go to the bathroom real quick." He'd go to the stall. He'd give us his 2-minute call, and he'd get back in there.
Should have had his wife call.
Ooh, that would have been good.
It was like 2 minutes of ranting, but not about football, just like complaining about Kevin.
That would be awesome. Mallory, if you're listening, please call in.
Please call and complain about Kevin. Let us know his flaws.
All right. Well, maybe Bean will call in over the playoffs to cheer somebody on, or just give us more perspective on. Clearly, it's going to be about his team and why he didn't make it, and this and that. So,
I feel like Bean is rooting for me.
Do you?
I feel like that. Yeah.
I feel like he's probably rooting for Josh.
Why Josh?
I don't know. Maybe because he doesn't have a title. Neither there's Tree, but I just feel like he's got some kinship with Josh.
Ugh.
I can see it. So I hope he's not cheering for Twerk, but I know he's not cheering for me because I was the one who squeezed in there. Yeah, squeezed him out. And I'm doubting he's cheering for you because you both have 2 victories, 2 championships. He doesn't want you to go to that wizard table.
Well, that camaraderie though would be like it'd be 4, 3, 2.
No other ones.
Yeah, no other ones. Yeah.
We'll see. It'll be kind of fun to see who everyone's cheering for the bottom 6.
Well, Jimmy, there's a way you can make the league more fun.
Yeah.
Should have our own groups, like at the medieval times, the red knight, the white knight, and stuff. Like maybe you guys can all be sitting at a table watching us with your one piece of chicken and your beer. And when the white knight dies, you no longer get to cheer for somebody.
That's good. I like
everybody
that.
gets some. Also like in like not in our high school, but like in those high school movies where the cheerleaders have to decorate the high school football players' lockers and like bring them baked goods and stuff. Yeah. Like maybe the people that down the bottom 6 could be our cheerleaders.
I like it. Would they each be assigned to one team?
Yeah.
Like, I think it should be a choice. Like, hey, if let's say Gags gets 3 cheerleaders and I get 0, that's fine. Mine will just be silence.
Ouch. No, sorry.
I mean, I think Disco would probably cheer on Gags.
Yeah, maybe. No,
or maybe you.
Cheer me on.
Yeah, probably you. Jut, who would he cheer on?
Jut would probably cheer.
Crick? I don't know.
I think he'd cheer me on.
If you're gonna say you for everyone, aren't you?
Not everybody.
Craig would probably cheer on Jim Crick or Josh.
I think Crick because he wants to go to whatever that place, Savannah's. I think it's a strip club out there. Is what he's talking about.
Jay might cheer me on. I think he would.
I think Jay would.
Yeah.
No, well, he said Gags before.
Oh, that's right. He would. He's cheering for Gags.
Yeah.
Because it's an East Coaster.
Yeah.
Jimmy is definitely Gags or Crick.
Right.
Who else are we forgetting about? Bean. We said.
Probably me.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's cheering for me, which I don't care.
I don't think people are cheering for me. They probably want me out. Get Deli out. We love that he hasn't won a championship in over a decade.
That's right.
Getting gray hairs here.
But you know what? Do we care?
No.
Yeah, because we're in the playoffs.
Yeah. We're in the playoffs.
And you're not.
Yeah. You guys are all in the no playoffs man zone.
Welcome to the Wildcard Weekend.
Wildcard, bitches.
That doesn't get old, does it?
It does not.
How does it feel to be in the playoffs, sir?
It feels great.
It's been 2 long years since we've been in the playoffs. And I wish we were playing against each other, but hey, we're here.
We are here, and I am here to kill.
I am too, sir. And this music is pumping me up. Last year we had to talk about Kabisnik's team winning every week, and that made me sick.
It did. It made me sick. It made me puke. It made me want to kill people.
You are out to kill.
I'm out to kill, but I am in full-on kill mode. I'm ready to murder your team.
Wildcard Weekend.
Don't drive your car. I cut the brakes.
That is scary. Oh, man.
I'm possessed. Yeah. I can't help it.
I'm glad that Nola is not here right now. This is not safe for her to be here right now.
Well, as her godparent, I will take care of her if you guys leave this world unexpectedly.
You just unilaterally announced yourself as her godparent.
I did. I mean, I'm the closest one, so why not, right?
I love it.
I live in Pittsburgh. She has to keep her surroundings. She has to know where she's at. She's finally learning cognitive skills.
All right, we'll cross that bridge another day.
You want to keep her in a creative environment.
So, Detling, I just have to say that I'm happy to be here. It feels good to feel alive. You know, I haven't felt this alive in a long time. And
I'm back, baby.
Yeah, and I'm happy that it's all West Coasters this first week because the West Coast is the best coast.
Amen.
Amen. And I love the Gags and Crick. They just have to watch from the sidelines.
They do, and I hope that they blow up their teams, blow up for 280 points each week.
Man. Break a record.
Yeah, do it, man. Crush us.
Yeah, and break a leg.
Break a leg.
Or 2.
Break 2 legs, or hurt a turf toe.
Yeah. Who's your top person you hope to see go down for their team?
Julio Jones.
Ooh, yeah.
For Gags.
And for me, David Johnson. That guy's a beast.
The guy is a beast.
If I have to play him without a David Johnson, I've got a chance. Hey, I think it's fair. You know, Gronk goes down, you have to lose a limb too.
That's right. And I think Gags, if you have to play with a shitty rated receiver like me,
yeah,
you should definitely play with Julio Jones with only 3 toes.
I love it. Well, Detling, are you ready to kick this thing off?
Ready as I'll ever be, Brian.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and announce that first matchup?
All right, this week's matchups. First off, we have Possum Sorcery versus.
You're not going to do our matchup first?
No, we're the matchup of the week, Brian. These guys are scrubs.
That is true, sir.
So as I was saying, Possum Sorcery, guy can't even keep his own name into the playoffs, versus Possum Magic.
I thought he was dishwasher full of dicks.
But he definitely does have a dishwasher full of dicks in his house, that's for sure.
I thought that picture was from his kitchen.
Well, I mean, can you blame Stacy? It's Josh. Just saying. Welcome to the playoffs, bitches. Everything is allowed.
All right, Delling, let's see what's going on with Possum Magic and Possum Sorcery. Kind of a lame name. We're going to go with it because that's what he wrote down.
All right. For Possum Sorcery, we got Tom Brady playing against Baltimore. Possum Magic is none other than Big Ben versus Buffalo. 2 low-quality matchups, in my opinion.
Agreed, sir.
I'm going with Ben Roethlisberger.
He's been playing lights out lately. Tom Brady, I think he's unstoppable, though. Doesn't matter who they're playing against. I'm going to give this to terrific Tom.
With no Gronk?
No Gronk. He doesn't need anybody like that.
Oh, wow. Ooh, okay, well.
Hold on.
Let's see.
Wow, our budget is really cut this year.
It is. Well,
there we go. We're back.
The league didn't plan for inflation. Wide receivers. First off, we got Julian Edelman and Kenny Britt.
How did they make the playoffs?
I don't know. I really don't know. That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, Tresize, if he didn't win early, he never would have been here.
No, hands down. No way. Injuries killed him.
But you know what? That's what Tresize does.
It is.
He makes playoffs.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Kenny Britt versus Atlanta.
Wow. You know what? I'm going to second that emotion.
Second that emotion.
I think Tom Brady's going to pass it around all over the field, but I think Edelman's going to get maybe 10 or 15 points.
All right, next on the docket, Quincy Enunwa versus Dante Moncrief.
And we have to choose one of these?
We have to choose one. I'm going Quincy Enunwa.
I agree, just because you taught me how to say his name this year.
You're doing a good job, sir.
Thank you. Enunwa.
Enunwa. I don't even know if I'm right, Brian. Just like you thought I was right.
You're scaring me. You're my mentor here.
All right, next on the list, we got Stephon Diggs versus Jacksonville. Cole Beasley versus the New York Giants. I'm going to go with Stephon Diggs.
Against Jacksonville? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. He's been playing really well lately. I dig Diggs.
Oh, can you dig it?
All right, the first running back position, we've got Rawls, the Rolls Royce of running backs, going against the man in the closet, none other than R. Kelly.
Trapped in the closet.
Trapped in that closet, and I'm going to go Rawls this week.
I'm going to go Rawls with you, brother. Mainly because I think R. Kelly's going to stay in that closet, and Kirk Cousins is going to pass all over the field.
Let's hope not. Hopefully he just passes out all over the field.
Oh, so wrong. Next up, Latavius Murray versus Jeremy Hill. Great matchups for both of them. I'm going Jeremy Hill.
Jeremy Hill, even though we know some information about Murray, I'm going to agree with you. I think it's going to be a blowout. Cleveland's not going to get their first win, even though it's in Cleveland at Brown Stadium. I'm going to give it to Jeremy Hill as well.
All right. In the tight end position, we have Jeremy Cook. Damn it, the Raiders just got a field goal. Anyways.
Are you sure?
It says 21-13 there.
Didn't they score a touchdown with Latavius Murray?
That was at the end of the first half.
Oh, good point.
So,
yes.
Damn it, Janikowski.
Love Janikowski. We'll get
up.
We got Cook or Fedorowicz.
I go Fedorowicz.
Yeah, me too. Going up against Seattle D. That's tough.
All right, in the flex position, we got Theo Riddick versus Darren Sproles.
Wow. I just dropped my phone. I'm so excited.
Earthquake.
It's hard to believe he's starting Sproles, but I think that's out of desperation. He got that lucky touchdown last year in garbage time. I'm going Theo Riddick. I think he's going to get more looks, more touches.
Theoretically, that is the correct choice, Brian.
And you know what? I'm very proud that Craig did not steal your thunder this week.
I know. He usually does try to steal it all. Yeah. Everything.
You can hear him wanting to say it theoretically, but he didn't.
He did not. Moving on to the kickers, Vinatieri.
No doubt. And then you gotta go Cincinnati against Cleveland or Minnesota versus Jacksonville. On paper, they both look really good. I'm going Cincinnati.
I'm going Minnesota. That's what got Tresize here.
That's right. If Minnesota doesn't perform, he's got no chance in hell. But I want to point out that he's got Jay Ajayi on the bench Just because they're playing against Arizona, that's a tough call. It's a really tough call, and it might be one that bites him in the ass. Anything else that we need to bring up?
Nah, not really.
Yeah, he's not starting Blake Bortles.
Just starting like a real man.
All right. What do you think, Dowling? Looking up and down these lineups.
But down these lineups.
This Wildcard Weekend.
I'm going Ryan Teresa. Somehow using a little bit more dust of magic.
Ryan Teresa for the win. Is that what you think?
For the win, Brian. He's going to pull out that little bit magic he's got left.
I couldn't disagree with you more. I think that Romo goes to bed early. I mean, he's been sleeping all year in real life. Our Tony Romo might as well join him, and I think Josh squeaks his way into the second round on the shoulders of terrific Tom Brady, and because he's got some nice matchups for defense against Cleveland.
All right, well, as we always say, we shall
see.
The matchup of the week. First up, we have the Dumpster Sparrow.
Whoa. My team goes
My
first.
team.
Yeah,
My team. I have the better record.
Podcast is the power.
Podcast is about.
All right, Deadling. How are we going to do this for real?
We'll go you first.
All right.
I'll be the better man.
Better man.
Can't find the better man.
This is very difficult. I really hate playing against you, but I'll say this before we go through our matchup. I do wish you well, and if you happen to take me down, I'll root you on the rest of the way.
Well, I hate to play against you as well. I feel like...
And I don't care if you don't root me on, but I'll still root you on.
The rest of the way?
Yeah.
I'll root you on the rest of the way.
Cause
keep it in the Pittsburgh.
That's right, because like hell do I want to drive all the way to the Eastern PA. What the hell music is this?
I thought this was your bed mix. I thought this is something you use. This is how you created NOLA. You just stuck around. You're like, let's do this.
You son of a bitch. How did you find out?
Well, it clearly was a cassette tape that said NOLA mix.
Well, I'll say this. Who the hell wants Josh to win a championship?
Nobody.
Do we really want Tree Size to have one?
No.
That would go against everything he stands for.
It would.
Yeah. If he does, he would have to burn that Romo jersey.
He would, and we'd have to hear about it for the rest of his life.
That's right, because according to Tree Size, he already lost.
Exactly.
All right, let's get into this matchup.
Let's do this.
Starting for the Detonators at quarterback, we got Matty Stafford going up against the Bears.
Starting at the quarterback for Doom Sparrow, Kirk kissing my cousin.
Do you really like saying your team name?
I love it. You can't see me wincing when I'm trying to say it either.
It's awful.
Get back to the match.
All right. Starting at the wide receiver one position.
What are you talking about? We didn't say who's going to win.
Yeah, of course. The Bears are pretty good on defense, but I think the Eagles are due for a big win at home. So I'm going to give this one to Matt Stafford. He's just put up a 60-point last week, and I think that the Bears are just not going to be able to contain him in Detroit, in the Dome.
Well, I hate that you might be right, but I'm still going to root against you. Going for Cousins against Philly. I'm praying for a 60-point outburst by him. I'll settle for the 80, but if you're going to get the 60, that's fine too.
Craig told me that Cousins only scored 37 the first time against Philly, but I'll have you know that Stafford only scored 33 against the Bears. So we both don't have great matchups.
As if I didn't know Kirk Cousins scored 36 or 37 versus Philly last time. Of course I know.
Sorry I brought that up.
Yeah.
All right, starting at the wide receiver. You know, I was just so excited to say my first wide receiver.
I know you were. I can definitely see how you created NOLA with that.
Are you just picturing me like doing it? That's really wrong.
It was really wrong.
All right, we've got none other than Mike Evans, that beautiful bastard, going up against New Orleans inside a dome again. Who cares about the weather? He doesn't. He's in a dome.
We have Jordy Nelson versus the tough Seattle, but it's in Green Bay and might be a snowball, which doesn't help.
Is that are you serious?
I'm serious.
Let's hope so, because it was last week.
But yeah. Well, with that being said, I'm going to give this one to Mike Evans, unfortunately.
Appreciate that, sir.
Last person I wanted to play was Mike Evans versus New Orleans.
And then my wide receiver 2 position, we have, thank you very much, T.Y. Hilton. He's back. That back injury did not slow him down one bit. Going up against the Texans, but he's home inside a dome, baby.
Home inside the dome.
I love it.
Well, and we got a sexy Amari Cooper versus Kansas City. Of course, I see that he's got 6.6 points right now.
But they're trailing.
Pass the ball to Cooper.
They are trailing, and I have Cooper in another league, so I wouldn't care if he got 20 points. I really wouldn't.
I'm going Cooper.
All right, I'm going to go T.Y. Hilton. He looked amazing. He is their offense, pretty much. If Luck's playing, it's his boy. All right. And you want to introduce this one?
Yes. This is Adam Thielen. Whatever. The white guy from Minnesota. Currently in my third wide receiver.
There's a lot of white guys in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, there is. Don't you know? Sorry. Terrible.
Great.
Don't you know, Bobby? Versus Kelvin Benjamin from Carolina.
This is the weirdest mix.
Brian is now showing me what he was doing when he was creating Noah. It is amazing. You should see the movements. It's not possible. I don't know how he did. Did you say gyrations or generations?
No, gyrations.
Oh, these gyrations were passed down by generations of full scope men. Adam and Craig have the same ability.
All right, who are you going to take?
I'm going to take Kelvin Benjamin.
You know what? I am actually going to go against Benjamin, even though I don't want to. I'm going to go with Thielen. Benjamin's not been doing much of anything lately except for that one touchdown that he got to beat Craig, which I still love him for. And if he does nothing else other than beat Craig this year, he helped me boost into the playoffs. So I'm not going against him. I just don't have a lot of confidence right now. I'm going Thielen.
What if I threw Willie Snead in there?
I'd probably still give it to Willie Snead.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
I don't know yet.
This is like when I knew I had impregnated her. Just kidding. There's no way you could know that.
So the final 3 gyrations. Ba, 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 ba. That was it. You're like, boom. It's gonna be a girl.
Really
welcome.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
All right, let's hope Crystal never hears this.
I hope never. Yes,
right,
we've gone
Josh
too
will
far.
probably play it for her.
He probably will. Probably out of Christmas. Did you see what Brian did?
All right, at the running back position 1, we got Jordan Howard, definitely one of my keepers for next year, going up against Detroit versus
Jonathan Stewart going up against San Diego, and I'm picking Jonathan Stewart.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to, believe it or not, I'm going to take Stewart because Detroit's defense, they've only given up more than 50 yards a handful of times, recently. So, they've got a tough defense, and I'm playing their defense. So, if he only gives me 4 or 5 points, I can survive.
All right, on to the next one. We got Kenneth Dixon versus New England.
And I got Blah Pow going up against San Fran. I don't know for sure. I might be putting Ryan Matthews in there. He's practicing, but I want to see how he looks towards the end of the week. Right now, I'm going to go with Ryan Matthews. Because that's where I'm hoping that I'll start him.
Well, I will go with Kenneth Dixon for now, I guess. I don't have all the facts and information. So we're going to pray my guy gets 12 touches.
I'm Ron Burgundy?
Yeah, I'm Ron Burgundy.
All right, in the tight end position, we've got, is that John Grisham?
Yeah, John Grisham. He's singing at the piano.
Jermaine
Gresham.
Going up against Greg Olson, He-Man. Sorry, I just stole your thunder.
Stole my thunder. God.
Go ahead, you say it.
Captain, I lost it. Greg Olson, He-Man, Thundercats. So it's not Thundercats. It's
by the power of
grace, call I command you. Give me a 30-point outburst. I need you, He-Man. I'm taking He-Man.
Yeah, I'm taking He-Man as well. I mean, Gresham, if he gives me 10 points, I'll be happy.
You're taking He-Man? You would have fit in well at Lockhaven.
Oh, wow.
Right next to the lesbians. Hey, I still got it. All right, into Flex. Tyler Eifert, or as I like to call him, Gronk Light.
Because your coworker told you that.
That's right.
Going up against
Cleveland.
the guy who's going to lead me all the way to the promised land, the Shepherd, Sterling Shepherd.
That was nice.
Thank
Okay.
you. Gonna give this one to Eifert. Can't. I mean, he's going against Cleveland, for crying out loud. But Shepherd, he's been getting a lot of touchdowns. Eli's showing him some love. I hope that they at least split.
I hope Eifert blows him out. I hope he gets 2 touchdowns. I hope Shepherd leads your team right off a cliff.
All right. In the kicker position, gotta go.
Tucker.
Oh man, I can't believe you went against him. Gotta go Janikowski. Already, for the record, outscoring Amari Cooper. Love that. Even if he ties Amari Cooper, I'll take that as a win. But right now he has 8 points. It's probably like 8.6. Craig always says it's a little bit more usually. But I'm gonna go with Janikowski. All right. Defenses.
Defense. We got Seattle versus Green Bay.
And I got the Detroit Lions at home hosting Barkley and the Bears.
I do not like the way you said that. I wish it was Cutler and the Bears.
I know. That would probably be better for me because Cutler is an interception machine.
Yeah, that's true.
I believe it or not, I'm going Detroit.
I'm going Seattle.
I mean, I think it's going to be a lot closer. I mean, Seattle, they're only projected at like 14 pretty much, and I'm projected at like low 12s. But I think Detroit's going to shut down. They know they can shut down the run game, and if they contain Barkley, is it Barkley?
It's Barkley.
Okay. If they can maintain Barkley, man, they could put up some crazy numbers. So I'm going Detroit all the way inside that dome.
All right.
Looking up and down these lineups. And I want to point out that even if Marvin Jones is healthy, he will not make it on the starting lineup. I will not get that Stafford to Jones connection. He's practicing, but there's no way in hell I'm playing him. Anybody on your bench you might be playing?
Maybe Deshaun Jackson.
He's been doing all right lately.
Playing against Philly.
Yeah, you can have that Cousins to Jackson connection.
Maybe Willie Snead versus Tampa Bay. Maybe Charles Sims. Definitely not Jalen Richard.
Are you just playing games from the heart? Are you really thinking about it?
What, Charlie Sims?
Not all of them.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I got a couple days. I can definitely, without a doubt, tell you I will not play Matt Jones. That jackass.
No Mr. Jones and me?
No Mr. Jones and me.
All right.
I bet you want to know who I think's going to win.
I already know who you think is going to win.
Well, reluctantly, I'm picking you, Brian.
Whoa! Hold the phone. Stelling never goes against himself ever. I think he's trying to play with some voodoo. I really do. I think he's like, if I pick against my team, they're going to win. I think that's what he's playing. That's the game he's playing.
I'll never tell you what game I'm playing.
Well, it's clearly not fantasy football. I'm going with myself because I like my matchups. I think you've got some tough matchups. It's tough to see that you're going up against Seattle. Philly's tough. KC's tough. But hey, I think Mike Evans is going to take me to the promised land. I think Stafford can help me. I like my matchups, so I'm going to pick me all day. But like I said, I wish you well, and I hope that you win. Or I mean, if you win, I'll cheer you on. But clearly, I hope.
If I lose, will you talk me off the bridge?
That's right. Oh man, do you realize whoever loses, it's going to be the longest drive to New Jersey?
New Jersey?
Well, wherever the draft. Like the next time we have to actually pay up that bet.
True.
It's going to be a really long draft because not only did you lose the matchup, you have to drive everybody.
Well, if I lose this matchup, I'm going to pick up smoking. And the windows nailed shut. Sorry, I can't open them. They've been glued shut by some jerk.
Wow. So Delling is going to pick up a bad habit. Threatening to actually start smoking if you lose this matchup.
Right before I have to drive, yeah, I'm going to smoke you guys out.
What are you going to smoke? Camel Lights?
Marlboro Red's like a real man.
That would be an awful, awful ride to New Jersey. I know you won't do it because you wouldn't want to smoke in your own car.
You got me there.
Yeah.
I can't smoke in my own car.
No. If you were like, the only way you'll do is if you rent a car.
Rental car, I'll pay the cleaning fee.
It'd be worth it.
That's like $80.
All right. So, Delling, any final thoughts on the overall Wildcard Weekend?
Well, I'm just happy to be here, Brian. I just want a chance at the title game. I'm happy to be back in the playoffs, even if it isn't for that long. And I pray to the fantasy gods.
Yeah.
Please help me out as much as possible. And if I can't win, have it be somebody honorable and somebody that didn't do 17 trades a year, and somebody that isn't excited about getting a seed catalog book in the mail.
Wow, you just called out gags a lot there, didn't you?
I'm just somebody.
I'm not gonna name names.
No names. So, what about you, Brian?
I will second that emotion. I keep saying that, but let it not be an East Coaster, just because I really don't want to have to drive out there. I know they've been driving out west a lot, but you know what?
Like 2 years, right?
Yeah, just 2 years.
Before, it wasn't like we drove out there 3 years in a row?
Well, Harrisburg, but yeah, I think
Still,
it was. Yeah.
not yet. Drive west, young man.
Let's keep it over here. I would love to have a Pittsburgh draft. Have we ever had a Pittsburgh draft?
We have not.
There's so many possibilities.
I know, we could go to a lot of places.
Yeah, and we could have a really fun weekend.
We could. Definitely could. A lot more fun than a Wimber.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've got a lot of football to play.
It's true. It's a lot of football. 3 weeks to go.
Yeah. I guess all I have to say is that may the best team win, and this is what people remember. They don't remember. Well, they remember like whenever Craig misses playoffs. That's true, but they won't remember who lost the wild card game. But this is the path to victory. This is where it all starts.
It is, and it's just like in the NFL. Remember December. December, remember.
Yeah. And,
they only remember you in December.
Delling, I wanted to show you something before we end this podcast. I don't know how you're going to feel for sure Sunday night going into Monday night, but I have an idea. And I took a picture to represent how I think you're going to be feeling. I'll see if you can figure it out on air. So, will you describe to everyone what you're seeing on the picture here?
Oh man, yeah. I am seeing a Christmas tree.
Yes.
With a couple ornaments in there, I think.
Yeah, there's some Christmas lights, a couple ornaments.
Yeah, it looks like a Pegasus.
Yeah.
But at the bottom of the tree, somebody has neglected to put up the tree wrap thing, or the blankets.
Yeah.
And
a
skirt, yes. And then there's like this tree branch pointing down the ground, and there is nothing else to describe it but a semi-solid piece of crap that has just been left by somebody. I mean, there's like a wet glob at the end of it. It's almost disgusting. It's disgusting. It's just almost.
I had to clean that up right before the podcast.
It looks like an acorn, kind of. I guess a steamy, wet pile of acorn shit.
If it makes you feel any better, it's actually just cat puke.
Oh, that's puke?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that looks like a piece of shit.
It looks that way, but it's a lot of hair. And there's... It's guaranteed from Buxton.
Oh.
He likes to eat the tree, even though it's plastic. And then he pukes up whatever's in his stomach. He probably just ate a giant meal and just puked it all
so
up.
Gross.
I know. So, Delling, that's...
You're so rude
That's what you're going to feel like Sunday night.
Oh, man.
Big pile of cat puke. Underneath the Christmas tree.
Everybody knows how mean he is tonight. He's very confident.
Feeling good. I'm just happy to be here.
Yes, yeah, sure. After you beat the crap out of me, maybe look like a pile of cat puke.
I'll post a picture on the lineup just so people can see what we're talking about. But in all seriousness, good luck. And I hope that it's a slugfest. I hope we both score 200 points. And that, we can't say that our team just crapped the bed. I just hope that it's a good, tight matchup where we both score a lot of points.
Currently, it might not be after looking at Amari Cooper still not doing anything.
Yeah, that doesn't help me in the other league.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen.
Are you ready, Brian?
I'm ready. Wildcard Weekend.